Hello, good evening. Hello, Meryl. Nice to see you. I am back and somewhat rested. Yesterday, I really was just slightly brain dead after a day. I think of essentially recovering from that hand injury. Little bit of like a solid lump now, slightly purple knuckles, but definitely no broken bones. So I'm very happy about that. And we're going to return to LEGO Bricktales. This is an interesting one. Actually, Meryl, you're probably going to be interested in this one, methinks. Let's head on over there. There we go. And it's a demo. It's definitely missing some elements. We noticed yesterday that some sound effects almost certainly are not present as they're likely to be in the final game. But what's actually quite cool here is that you get this little cube biome of where you are currently in the game. I really like that. So yesterday, you can zoom in with the. I just did that intuitively. You can zoom in with the mouse wheel. So yesterday we built a little section here that's supporting this platform, and as Charmanar noticed, good evening, Charmanar, it didn't save the build that we'd done, the sort of the two-pronged sort of construction from here going up. So it's clearly a little bit buggy. Presumably the finished game will be more stable. But anyway, let us continue from where we are. Look for others on the mountaintop. Okay. Now you can't jump, although I do like the snot building. That's quite cool. Studs, what was it? Studs not on top building. Varieties that they've got going here. It's very modern Lego in that sense. I can't quite remember what we opened. We went in here, didn't we? Yes, we did, and we did a circle. So let's go back out here. And do we need to build? You can definitely have a couple of packs if you want. Oh, that's right. Yes, so we built that, didn't we? Let's zoom in. Ooh. Oh, come on now. Don't be so annoying. I think it needs to be further back, doesn't it? I think it does. There we go. Is that it? No, it's further back than that. There. That's it. Finish. Right. Do you know, I've never made Toad in the Hole before. I've tried it, but I've never actually made it. Just a second. Let me just check something. Okay, sorry about that. So let's go in here. This is where we got to, isn't it? Oh, is this where we did a loop as well? Coming on a cold day. Well, we're definitely not going to be having a cold day anytime soon, are we? Oh, that's right. Yeah, we unlocked the smash ability, but don't seem to have it at the moment. Isn't that strange? Curiouser and curiouser. It'll be around here somewhere. around here. That's what I said, in the future. Oh, I see. Okay. Right, well, you know, I wasn't sure. Personally, I'm not sure how long sausages would last in our house. Like, we definitely lost the... Isn't that weird? The ground pound. Although that's got a tick there. So maybe it only... Not long here. Exactly. Exactly. It wouldn't last long in our house. Can we move the camera? No, we can't. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. How are we meant... Oh, maybe we have to go back to the first cube and then go from there, perhaps. Maybe that's the answer. Let us see. Look for others near the mountaintop. There we go. Indeed, British-style sausages are not to be ignored. The classic Cumberland is a thing of beauty. See, look, this step isn't as it was, so now I can't get down. Definitely a little bit buggy. In fact, that's going to let me build the bridge, which is also changed compared to how I left it. And then, but I can't get down. It's not gonna let me. I can't walk off the edge. Can't jump. Well, now that is a shame, isn't it? I don't think I'm missing anything. Nope. Put a link. A link of sausages. Hooray! It might be deliberate, but somehow I don't think so. I think, like, can we zoom out of this? Yeah. So if this is the first cube, isn't it? I think we've got to be able to head up this zip wire over there, to get to the top of the mountain. Whereas we can't get down. Can I move my mouse here? Yeah, I can't get down here. I don't know if you can see that mouse. You can, yeah. Get down here to get over here. And there's a treasure chest there that hasn't been opened. There's... Continue. Let's see if we can... Let's go up here. I feel laughing that would require a sausage ROFL. So this is the demo for I just had a query on Facebook Messenger. The demo for LEGO Bricktales, which is a new game that's not been released yet, and it seems to be a little bit buggy. Can we? Okay, we just delete progress and start over. Is that going to be right from the beginning? It might be from the beginning, you know. Boo great. Yeah, it is. It's right from the beginning. Ah. That's a real pain. Groundbreaking discovery I'd like to show you. Also, helping hand can't hurt. The potential of this is incredible. When you arrive at the park, take the elevator down to the lab. I will wait for you there. Well, at least the people who weren't, excuse me, Meryl in particular, who wasn't here yesterday. That's not a dig, that's because Meryl's a LEGO fan. Meryl wasn't here yesterday. At least you guys can see the beginning of this game. So it's this theme park. There's a portal very similar to the LEGO portal. Sort of interactive computer game toy. Have someone watching on Twitch, but communicating with Facebook Messenger. I know. It's very uncouth, Charmanar. So here's Bob Ross, Granddad. Gonna drop a hammer. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning. Well, that was entirely too little. You're right. This was in the middle of wiring up my attention. And what you just witnessed is what we in the business call a power overload with seismic consequences. In layman's terms, I don't want to draw too much electricity lest you shake your lab into bits. Lego bits. Please restart the get the main generator eventually, but first, could you start the emergency generator? Okay. We can do that. Do you see over there? Be so kind and turn it on for your grandfather. I am your grandfather. So, we've got to learn to do some building. Interact. Wires need replacing. Plug the wires back. Ooh, nice. Alcohol-free gin, G&T. That sounds like a good idea. Throw the lever. There we go. Can't believe I'm basically doing the same stream. Literally 2 nights on the trot. But that's good. It's a demo, and it's a little bit buggy, I guess. Yeah, that's just the price you pay. The price you pay. So Trusty Rusty has returned. Hello, I'm... Oh, and there's like Bloobleflurp, isn't it? How can I help you? What? No, I'm not a genie, and you don't get 3 wishes. Your grandfather made me years and years ago. Exactly. You get to see what you missed last night. He always called me Rusty, but while I was out there in space, I made a few friends and was given an alien name, Bloobleflurp. You lack the required frequency synthesization modules to properly pronounce it. The closest approximation would be, Blurdelfleep. Blurdelfleep. Sounds like there should be an umlaut in there somewhere, doesn't it? Blurdelfleep. But you can call me Rusty. Rusty, I thought I'd lost you somewhere years ago. Oh, yes, you did, but yes, I did get lost a bit after you shot me into space, remember? But I saw some wonderful things, and now I'm back. How curious, but excellent work, my child. The lights are back on. Based on your problem-solving skills, we could be related. Oh, haha, right you are. We are related. Smart as a whip. Oh, Grandpa is trapped. Let's help him. Okay. How do we help? Well, that's, we go up here. And I need to build these steps. Hold on. Perfect chance to show you another thing I can do. Start with something simple, like get up there. You could build some stairs, right? Let me teach you the power of building. Okay. The power of building. So you can use the controller or you can use a mouse. I'm using a mouse for the building. It just seems to be a little bit easier. Did you just rebuild those stairs? How? I don't remember you were capable of that when I made you. I have learned lots of things, Father. 2.21 gigawatts was too many. Looks like the generator blew some fuses. Replace them. You can assemble replacement fuses if they aren't enough. Build. Fuses. Fuses. I refuses to build fuses. Right. There we go. Finish. So we've built the fuse, and we can put the fuse on the thing. There are 3 fuses here. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. Oh, what's going to happen now? Great, now repair the pipes and get the hydraulics going again. Aye, aye, Capitan. Simulate to spawn the test robot. Okay, so we need to build a bridge. Get a certain amount of pieces in order to do that. And every build has to be anchored on some red plates like that. So, that is how we proceeded yesterday. And then 4 of these. Oh, see again, I keep on forgetting just to use the mouse. Use the mouse, Luke. Abuse the house. Oh. Isn't that interesting? Clearly I've done something different to what I did yesterday. Huh. Okay, let's undo. Undo. Put you back there. Maybe I have to go for the 6s first. Was that what I did yesterday? I cannot remember. There you go. Come on. What am I not doing? I don't understand. I did not have this much trouble last time. Was it then the 4 4s maybe? And then oh no, that's right. That's right. We're okay. We're good. We're good. So I'm going to put the... That's not what I did last time, but it'll do. It'll do, pig. It'll do. Now, can we... Yeah, bring that up. And then... sort of peg it from the underneath. There we go. That should be solid enough, I think, for... let's simulate. Robot goes over. Robot is fine. Simulate again. Yeah, robot is fine. Excellent. Over we go. Pipes. Again, use the mouse. I don't understand what's so... It's strangely difficult operating in this 3D plane because you can think you're getting close to where something needs to be, and then it's actually beyond it. Ah, come on now. My goodness me. Okay, let's go for that one. Surely that's going to work. What? What household item holds 50 mil? Ooh, that's a good question. Right. Come on. Okay, that works. Do you know, today I was watching a film about, it was called 13 Things That Went, was it 13 Things That Saved Apollo 13 or something? And at one point, one of the engineers, who was a Brit, talked about how they had to design a drill for one of the experiments that Apollo 13 was going to do on the moon that would be 3 meters long, the drill bit, made by Black & Decker, custom for NASA. 3 meters long and 1 inch wide in diameter, 1 inch diameter. Which is quite entertaining. Turn the hydraulics machine on. Go, you grinning little man. Oh, I think I did this last night as well. Oh, no. I need to go down here. There we go. Build something close to the gap. Almost there. Can we build something? Let's go down there to build it. So I don't know. What are you making of this as a demo, Meryl? What do you reckon? So 50 mil, it would be, I don't know, with a thimble? Would that be a 50 mil? So like a half-litre bottle is a standard sort of handheld bottle of pop or Coke or whatever, you know, Coca-Cola. So that'd be 500 mil. 50 is 1/10 of that. So, Is it really, Mark? Is 50 really 1/10 of 500? Well, thank you very much. Ah, I see. I keep on getting sucked into not using the mouse. Shocker. There we go. Of course, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah, metric converts directly between grams and milliliters, yeah. Because it's simply the best and most sensible way to measure things. Despite what our government apparently is trying to do in bringing back imperial. Where have you been? I told you, Grandpa, you're losing your mind. But oh no, you've lost your arms. The ravages of time and space have destroyed you. Don't be so dramatic, Grandpa. I've been upgraded. I got trapped in a hyper-dimensional fold, so I was scared at first. I was so scared at first. Imperial does make science a pain. Yep. But I met some really friendly aliens who repaired me and let me travel the multiverse with them, helping people. They swapped out the multifunctional arms you gave me for 0-point gravity particle generator. Oh, of course, the old 3-point guard particle generator thingy. Wow, simple technology for an inventor such as myself. Anyway, it's great to have the two of you here. Now, come with me. Let me show you my invention. Yeah. Well, it's the I know I always say this, but it's things like 30 seconds of an inch means nothing to me. 64th. Right. See, you see, I was experimenting and made a groundbreaking discovery of how to create portals. It's taken me years, but I think it got it to run now. Isn't this incredible? An incredible mess if you look at the rest of this place. Yeah, quite messy. Oh, what, the park? Oh, yes. It might be in a state of light disarray. Oh, no. Oh, no. The mayor, he's been telling me for ages if I don't get the park cleaned up, he'll close down this eyesore of a place and have the land seized. Nowhere can clean it in time. The extent of the disrepair is truly pervasive. Have you considered splicing local space-time with a spatio-temporal alternate reality drive? Which the is it anagram? Not anagram. The first letter of each word spells out starred. Starred. Okay. Yeah, but the 60 seconds in a minute and 24-ish hours in a day actually make sense in themselves. 60 seconds is a breakdown of the 360 degrees that are in a circle and comes from a fairly ancient form of maths. And the 24 hours in a day, that's an interesting one. But again, it does actually make sense. We don't struggle with it because it makes sense, because it actually works. And as I say, there is a relationship between the geometry and the clock itself. It's simple. When quantum strings vibrate in phase with disturbances in the microwave background radiation. Oh, well, slow down. I don't, my grandchild here doesn't understand what you're saying. Acronym, that was it. That was it. If it was made by British Aerospace, you could understand why it was dropped from the beginning of that acronym. Made. Oh, I'm so sorry, my apologies. Let me start over. It fixes things that are broken, he says. Perfect. That's exactly what we need. I'd like to buy 3. Do you accept a credit card? That will be necessary. I possess the knowledge and the equipment required to assemble it for free from parts I've seen lying around your property. British Aerospace. Starred. Excellent. Now we only need sufficient energy to operate the machine. Like electricity? No, we need something more powerful, like happiness crystals. They're the greatest source of energy I've encountered on my travels. Happy what? Please explain. The foundational components of the crystals generate in local space-time wells in which the mean karmic positive delta exceeds the D value, or was that the delta value of 4.2 when factored by the 5th dimensional lattice. Rusty, we've been over this. I don't know those words. I mean, my grandchild can't understand a thing you're saying. I'll simplify. Step 1, we make people happy. Step 2, the crystals appear. Step 3, we fix the theme park. Step 4, profit. My readings tell me that there are several locations where this is most likely to occur in your world. 1 at the coordinates 3904829.30949.00093 hashtag. Happiness crystals. Yeah, could be ecstasy. Yeah, could be meth. I don't know what measurements you use. Is that far away? Considerably so. If only we had a portal. What? Yes, indeed. A portal would do the trick. See, I knew it'd be useful. I will hack into your portal and set everything up. Boop. Next destination. Off we go. I quite like the way, because it's a jungle sort of appears around the portal, almost like it's sticking through. Precisely. Well, then off you go. Okay. Use portal. So now we're back where we were. Ah, the lush greenery, fresh air, and mysterious ruins. Let's explore. Explore the jungle. There's a plane crash. We can't move the camera to look at it. But bits have landed everywhere. Oh no, did you see that? No, I didn't. No, a small plane crash landed somewhere in the mountains right before us. I can see the parachutes opening. I hope everyone's okay. Well, we have to go and help those people right away. Okay, so now we have to build these stairs. And hopefully they'll actually stay in place. There we go. Ah, yeah. Need to go. There we go. And put this up here. There we go. Simulate. Seems safe to me. Finish. Up we go. Build. Yeah. Now this guy was an interesting one to do last night. I might just oh. There we go. Turn up the desktop audio just a touch. We go to there. I mean, it's still not the same as building with real Lego, but it is quite satisfying. The thing is, I wonder if that will actually work as a simulation. Yeah, that works on its own. The thing is, though, I do want to make it just a little bit nicer than that. So, there we go. Oh, I wonder if... Would that make sense? No, no. There we go. I quite like that you're not given instructions. You're just sort of given bricks and told, you know, solve this problem. It is the sort of Lego game I would have really enjoyed as a kid or in high school, instead of some of the slightly weird sort of racing games and things that we got. Sort of loosely trying to build what I built yesterday. There we go. Oh no! Just undo that and that, I think. good at free building. Well, I suppose. I mean, to be fair, this one I had a crack at yesterday, so I've had a little bit of a head start. Do you know what? That will do for this one, because it's not going to save my progress anyway, is it? So, simulate. The bridge is fine. There we go. Finish. Over we go. And then we go through here. Help me! Excitable archaeologist. Help me, I'm trapped up here. Assistance, I need. Oh, wait, is that statue over there? Appears to date back to the late what was it? Paleogothic era. I need to add this to my research notes. Now, what was I saying? Ah, yes, that was it. Help, I'm trapped. No need to worry. We'll have you down quicker than 2 charging cycles of an electric sheep. Okay. Oh. Statue is held in place by vines. We cannot fix that yet. And if we go up here... Wait! It seems the platform is too unstable to carry more weight. We should build something underneath to support it. So, we're going to build something to go on the red thing down there. And this one is interesting because if you see, the red starting plate is actually not in line with the 2 plates, or the 2 receiving joists up there. So you have to sort of build 1 brick to the right, or 1 brick towards camera from this angle. Let's see. And then from there, I think that'll work. I think this is definitely slightly neater building than I was doing yesterday. But again, yesterday I was fairly knackered. I wasn't quite with it. Okay, so here we put you. Huh. I just want you to go there. Nope. Undo. Yeah, that's what I want you. So now. Yep. I think we're in line. Oh, we've gone too far out. Of course we have. Okay. Well, I guess I'll move you. And then I'll move you. No! No! Ah! Right. To there. There we go. Move you to there. Move you to there. And move you out to there. And again, there I go. Getting much closer. Much closer. Ooh, that works. So trying to peel a line with a blunt knife could have been a mistake. Thankfully you didn't break... Oh, you didn't break your skin or didn't break the lime skin? There. put this on here. Although we probably need to learn from this lesson from the other side, don't I? Yep. 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 Yes. Oh. What is it about beardy people and having accidents in the hot weather? That sounds like incontinence or something, doesn't it? Oh no, I've had an accident in the hot weather. Oh, it sticks out too far. Okay. Fair enough. Now, negative self-talk isn't a good thing. We all do it, but it should be called out. Okay. No. Undo. Ah. Okay. Yep. Okay, we're getting better. Well, better. That's it's not entirely accurate, is it? There we go. That's true. It is if you ignore your own safety warning. I suppose there is an amount of being a bit of a muppet there, isn't there? Okay, how close are we now? Getting fairly close. Fairly close indeed. Now, can we move the camera up? Yep, there you go, that's better. Oh, okay, right, so that's that. Just tidy some of this stuff up a little bit. Put you on there. Put you on there. No. It's so annoying. Okay. There, okay. Yeah, that's not too bad, actually. He says in a very high-pitched voice. I think that's better than yesterday, actually. Put you there. Why not? Why not? After all, why shouldn't I take it? Simulate. Weight sitting on the platform. Simulate again. Yeah, we're good. Finish. So now this is in the world. And then we can get to go up to speak to the archaeologists. This place is amazing. I've hardly been here 5 minutes and I've already seen so much. Thanks for helping me out. I'm a local archaeologist exploring the area, by the way. Oh, that's a shame. Not quite enough juniper, but it's nice. That's good. Before you showed up, I was actually starting to believe in the curse of the mountain spirit. Ha ha! My sensor detect no other life forms nearby. Were you alone? No, there are two others, the pilot and the journalist. I wouldn't worry about the pilot. I think she can take care of herself. The journalist, though, I mean, I don't want to point the finger. I'm pretty sure his panic shaking is what tore the wings off the plane. I understand. We'll find them as fast as we can. Do you know where the plane went? The pilot was screaming something about landing on top of the mountain. You should check up that. Oh, and you should take this whip Every great archaeologist has one. Well, at the Indies, all the Indies at least, whips are a nightmare for a corporate legal department. You can now swing to places which are higher up. Thank you. I'm sure this will come in handy. Hope it does. And when you find the others, tell them to meet me at the base campsite, which she was in. She was actually down at the base camp. But we just couldn't get back over the bridge that we'd built. So now we go into the cave. Wait, the signal. I recognize it. This is alien technology. While I was lost in space, I met them and they helped me upgrade myself. That's how I got so smart. I bet if you take me over there, I can learn something new from that podium. Oh! Yes, please do, Chomanar. Please do. Thank you. Oh wow, I feel so strong. Like if something was held down by thick vines, I could free it. Do you know anything like that? I really want to test it out. This strength. I do know something like that. That felt great. Let's find something to smash. Smash. Smash to smithereens. So off we go. It really is a bit of a shame that you can't see in there. I wonder if let's say if I use the mouse, will that help? No, it's just an alcove by the look of it. Okay. Oh, and there's a treasure chest over here. Containing bananas! You've received some bananas. Excellent. I wonder if they'll come in handy for anything. We shall see. Oh. Yep. So we're all set for, well, somewhat all set for 40 plus degrees on tomorrow and Tuesday, or Tuesday. But what's really funny, because I used to live in York, I get lots of York news. I'm subscribed to the local newspaper Facebook page, and so you get lots of commentary on what's happening in York schools and what people think of what's happening in schools. And so, for example, there's a school, or quite a few of the schools are just not going to go in. They're going to be working from home, which is something that you can do now far more easily. And there are people in the comments saying, "Oh, these modern children, they haven't got a clue. When I was a kid, used to go to school all the time in 40-degree heat." And you're like, "No, you didn't," because it's going to be record-breaking weather if it occurs. There's just sort of I don't understand where it comes from, this determination to see the current generation as being somehow soft or softer. Maybe it's just something that older people do, or something that arseholes do, I suppose. One or t'other. Come on. There we go. Good evening, Omnirevan. How are you? Finish. You see, there should be a sound effect there, where the door opens. No aircon in our dorms. Wow. see what's inside. Right, that's what happened. We just opened that door. And then there's this passionate biologist who's hiding in a tree trunk. Be quiet, you're scared of all the animals. What are you doing something here? I'm here to study fancy animals, especially those fascinating chameleons. But they're so well camouflaged I can't find any. Maybe you can bring me some. I think 20 will suffice. Yeah, how you doing with the heat? Yeah, that's right. We got in here, didn't we? And my eyes were just too heavy to continue at this point. So I brought the stream to a close. Stomp these plants. Passionate biology sounds pervy. I am a passionate biologist. And I wouldn't mind observing your biology. Don't mind me, I'm just hiding in the bushes with binoculars. It's not creepy at all. Staying cooked. Are you being cooked? Or not? Yes, I am. I'm probably being... I am. Good. Let's stay there. Stay like that. Ooh. Have a smashable down here. Ah. I don't know. I must have mentioned on stream at some point in the past because the kook book, or the sometimes it was cookbook. My mum at one point worked in a library, and people, because she was from Liverpool, and she was working in, it was a chameleon, collect. She was working in Rhyl, and people would come in from various places. Often they were retirees from England, you know, coming in, and they'd say, "Hello, do you have a book on X, Y, or Z?" Or, you know, they might be from Manchester or something, or wherever. But for some reason, the way that she said, especially on the phone, "book," freaked people out. They were like, "What's a book?" And then when she said "kook book," it was just like people would. Some of her colleagues burst out laughing. "Kook book." And so I honestly often don't know which set of double O vowels I want to use. Like, I kind of chop and change between the two of them. We need to get around this corner, don't we? Yeah. I'm presuming. Incredibly whingy. Well, is that? Do you think that's because she's so hot? How would you say kook or? Well, that's the thing. She'd probably say. Oh, she'd probably say. She might even actually say kooky. Actually, no, she wouldn't, because kooky as in odd is its own thing. So she might say cookie and kooky. Might have said. But yeah, booch. But oddly though, it'd be loch. Are you looking for a booch? Like, so yeah, it would just freak people out. They'd be like, okay. But it's not as though there weren't any Scousers in Frill and Prestatyn. They used to come there all the time for holidays. My one of my favourite weird experiences as a kid was bumping into this massive mountain of a man on the beach who was lost, and maybe she was just phlegmy, honestly. No, it's just the Scouse accent, or one of the Scouse accents anyway. This guy on the beach, he was a huge round man, and I was like, you know, a teenager or something. And what was it? Oh, that's right, yeah. So he was on the beach, and they had built in Rhyl, they'd built this okay. Okay, back. They built this this sort of novelty thing in the 90s that was meant to be like a train station, slightly Disney-esque kind of shopping mall area. I forgot exactly what it's called, but if you were to Google the seafront, you'd probably find it. And what it had this negative effect of people not being able to see the beach from the town centre or the town centre from the beach, which was kind of hilarious to us as kids growing up in the area because we knew our way around. But it did mean that often you'd get people being very confused. And this guy, again, massive, huge person, comes over to me and he goes, and he goes, "Excuse me, like, can you tell me the way to the town centre?" And I'm like, what? What the hell? How's that coming out of that man? Oh, cool. So that sort of works up to there. And then we just need to get up here. It was very, very funny. Yeah. "Excuse me, mate." And I was like, it's just over there, just through this sort of, like I say, this slightly cheesy Disney-esque kind of place with the TGI Fridays and stuff. I remember they always had this eat a X ounce steak, get it for free kind of malarkey going on. Long before food challenges really took off in the UK, actually, they were ahead of the game in that sense. There we go. But of course, not all Scousers sound like that. So some of them are very high pitched. Others, obviously, you got the classic kind of down by the docks kind of accent, which is what the Beatles were famous for, a slightly nasal kind of voice. And then you've got your sort of your Brookside kind of thing, which is a little bit more scallywag. Simulate. Up we go. Yeah. Cool. There's a bat temple. Enter the temple of the bat. Look for others near the mountain. Oh, there's a ghost. Cool. Boo. Boo, I'm still setting up my shop, but feel free to look around. Do you have any bananas? I do have some bananas. You can have some bananas. Pardon me. Is there anything that I want to buy from you? Clearly, I cannot yet buy something from you, but I will be back. Nice to see you, ghost. In presumably some sort of tomb on the mountain. Look for others near the mountaintop. There's our crashed plane. Help! Help! At least he's holding on to his camera. First it was the plane, now I'm stuck in a tree. I just want to go home. I don't need this kind of stress in my life. Yeah. Okay, need to make some sort of flying machine. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, there's a propeller. Propeller. There's a chair with some control sticks. That will come in handy. Collect. And then whoosh. Collect. Have all the parts we need. Okay. Intriguing. Reminds me of the comedy sketch when the man who has his balls removed. Well, the thing is, it was slightly tragic. I mean, I never actually worked in the arcades. I quite liked just visiting them, and I didn't want the magic ruined. But friends who did work in the arcades would often tell me some fairly depressing stories about families from Liverpool that would turn up and just play the slots all day. They'd be there chucking 2p's into the dozer machines, and it was a matter of, like, you know, later on in the afternoon, Timmy and Jill or whatever would turn up and ask the parents if they can pop to McDonald's for tea, And sometimes it'd be a case of they couldn't because mum and dad had actually lost a day's budget, as it were, on the dozers. So, but if they'd won, then everyone got to go to McDonald's. It was at times a slightly depressing place to be in terms of people watching. But that's the reason, and I think I'm pretty sure I've told Charminar this story. That's the reason that when I first moved up here, and bearing in mind, obviously, I'd lived in York and Durham, and I'd been in posh places, but still, you can take the boy out of North Wales, but you can't take the North Wales out of the boy. And there was this point when early on when I was starting off Archeo Soup, because it was like 2010, all of the in the crash, all of the funding had just disappeared from from everywhere. And so there's this guy at the business planning place who was like, oh, if only you'd come here last week, there would have been funding to help you set up this and that and the other. I was like, don't tell me that now. What are you doing? I don't need to know that. But anyway, so he said, but that's because this, the Northeast is classed as a deprived area. And and the next day I was in, or maybe later that day, I was in the car with Mrs. Soup and we're driving along the high street in Wallsend. And I say to her, did you know Wallsend is classed as a deprived area? And she goes, yes, Mark, yes, yeah. And it doesn't seem that bad to me. She's like, that's because you moved here more or less from Prestatyn and Frill. This is moving up in the world. It was a joke, but also it was funny because it was kind of true. Saw a photo of yet another tourist who drove their car into the beach in Cornwall and got stuck. Not surprised that one of them was wearing a UFC shirt. Yeah. Cool, the helicopter works. Oh, that's a shame. I'm not flying it. It flies itself. It's more like I've just sort of made a sort of a... Oh, and that's the demo over. Crikey. Made a what's it called, the things you go up a mountain with, a transit system, I don't know, whatever. Okay, well that's the demo. Crikey. This is a preview version, does not represent the game in its final state. That's what it says down at the bottom there, you see. So yeah, hence I think the lack of clearly some sound effects and this kind of thing. Vernacular railway, cable car, that's it, yeah. So you basically made your own cable car system there, didn't you? So yeah, I think it looks like fun. I think it could be good. Good to play. And that's that. Crikey. You want to leave? Gondola. Yes, well, actually, a gondola system definitely does work for that. Yeah, definitely. What shall we? Let's find something else to play, shall we? Let's because it just feels like it's a bit soon to be leaving. Oh, there's a shame that I powered through that demo. I had no idea it was going to be over the moment I got to the top of the mountain. That's a bit of a shame. Who's a pretty girl? What? Oh, man. Yeah, Wonderboy, the Dragon's Trap, that's free now on Epic. And I'm genuinely quite curious about it, actually. I've had it on my my Switch wish list for quite a while. maybe that's worthwhile installing. Should we give it a go? Yeah. Evil Dead Games released an update for Army of Darkness. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. That's very cool. So what are they including then with that update? Sorry, I just instinctively reached for the fan and put it right next to the microphone there. Sorry. Okay. Wolfenstein: The New Order. I forgot I had that on. Tell you, the Epic Games library is just astonishing in terms of what Total War Warhammer, The Wolf Among Us. I forgot I had that. Goodness me, we were playing that the other day on the PS3 with Ruth. A range of games on here is just incredible. The fact that you can get so many in the weekly giveaways, just incredible. Incroyable. Okay. Oh, this plays in windowed mode. That's interesting. Let's turn it down a little bit and change the stream settings. Wonderboy. The Dragon's Trap. There we go. Hey, I got the format right first time. Brilliant. Wonder Space Boy : The Dragon's Trap. Oh yeah. Yeah, go for normal. Boy, girl. I know the girl looks pretty cool, actually. She came for a piece of the action. She means business. She has been roaming Monsterland searching for the Mecha Dragon. Impeccable haircut. Classic adventurer. He traded his skateboard for a sword and shield. He's been roaming Monsterland and searching for the Mecha Dragon. Do you know what? I'm going to go with her. I like the hair colour. Killing Floor 2, yep. Yeah, that was free the other day, yep. I didn't, because we haven't actually linked the Prime account to Twitch. Oh, it still says demo. Okay, hang on. Oh, it does. Fixed. Okay, off we go. Attack jump. I'll just turn it down just a little bit in my ears. I remember, but I think this game was crowd-funded, wasn't it? People got very excited when Wonderboy was returning. And that the graphics, the hand-drawn nature is quite cool. Ah! It was a little bit clunky. Yeah, this is a remake of a Master System game, I think. She is wearing more than most female characters, yeah. Probably the look on the faces of the I know I really need to play Borderlands. I do. And I don't know if you saw, but Tiny Tina's game was 10%. Was it 10% off, 20% off the other day? May still be actually on the Epic Store. If I had the cash, I might consider breaking my 4 games this year rule for purchasing. But I'm holding out for PC version of Uncharted and and the... oh, cool, you can switch. Nice! So with the triggers, right trigger switches to graphics, left trigger switches to music. Nice. Exactly, yeah. I was tempted as well, but... the re-release of Metroid Prime. The thing is, though, I suppose I could fix that problem by just streaming Uncharted via the PlayStation 4 and actually use my Elgato and just do it that way. Because Ruth and I were definitely having a fairly fun and easy time on the PlayStation 4 the other day. Okay. Oh, you do drop down here. This is quite good fun. I like it. Oh, no, that's interesting. That almost looks like a technological background, but down here it's... oh, there's some tech. Okay. I wonder how you make use of any of these items up there in the top bar. Oh wow, that's a ever so slightly annoying soundtrack, isn't it? Mecha Dragon. Crikey. Wonder what that looked like originally. Oh, it looked pretty good actually. On the 8-bit graphics. Oh, that's really hard. I think she's got a shield, but I don't think you can really use the shield. Dragons must be hit on the head, yep. Classic platforming. Surprisingly hard. It's funny, I was playing with my brother-in-law the other day when they were here, when the family were here. We were playing Mario 3, and we were both reflecting on how actually Mario's really hard to play, especially seemingly as a grown-up. Your reflexes are different, not necessarily slower, but definitely different. And your tolerance for like the weird, like slightly floaty, icy floor sort of feeling that Mario has, where he doesn't quite stop on a dime, is, you know, you're much less tolerant of that as a grown-up. Oh my goodness! This is really difficult. Yes! Got him.
Just stop missing.
Yeah. Just stop missing.
Okay, sorry. I hadn't thought
Oh!
of that.
I've become a dragon. Everything's on fire. Yes, the voice actors. Oh, just incredible. From what I've heard. I mean, Handsome Jack, in some of the gameplay I've seen, alone has tons of character. Oh. Crikey. Ah, this is unreasonably hard. Oh. Ow. 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 There we go. Oh, cool. Okay. No, I think House Flipper could have been a good game to go to, but at least this makes a bit of a change. This evening, Ruth couldn't do the quarry, so I think we might be doing that tomorrow night instead, or maybe Tuesday. Depends on how things pan out with a couple of other things. But she wasn't available tonight. Unfortunately, she was feeling slightly ill, so might have been something she ate. But we'll be continuing it, and it's probably going to be a 4-part stream, so maybe the third part of 4 will be tomorrow or Tuesday. With the characters that it seems quite a few of us want to see die horrible deaths. Interesting. The village. Wow, look at those graphics. Also really crisp pixelation, isn't it? Pixels. In 1080. 1080p, I guess, HD. Oh. You look funny. Your first shot is on me. Okay. Can you kill me? Cure me! Cure me! I guess I don't need any curing. The thing is, I do look like a dragon. Ah! No! No! Stop it! Let's go in here. Ooh. Nice. Best sword you can afford. Oh, okay. So, mithril armor. Let's go for the shield, shall we? I'm sure it will last. Okay, can we equip the shield? Presumably not as a dragon. Will the church help me? Whoa, with a face like yours, I'd be looking for an antidote right now. I wonder what that looks like in the old game. Oh, it's a password generator, or a password input. Interesting. Light as a feather, hard as dragon scales. Okay, if this is some sort of hub village type area and we can't get through that door yet because there's a padlock on there, I'm guessing probably need to go where the place is. Oh. Oh, can we swim up? No, we can't swim up there. Okay. Oh. Well, back we go. Don't go through the door. Okay. You, Snake Man, can get lost. Oh, you have to actually touch the coins to collect them, apparently. Well, there you go. He proceeds not to touch the coins in order to collect them. Ah, come back. See, look, there's a slightly sort of slippy thing going on here as well, actually. Yeah, look. You stop, so go and stop, and he slides just for a little bit. It just makes the platforming that little bit more annoying. No! Rats. Oh, come on. Stop doing that. Stop doing... Oh. Oh. Look at that fish. That's a fantastic looking fish. There's a pearl there. Can we get the pearl? No, apparently not. Okay. Can you hit the barrel? Oh, there's a door. Let's see what's all the way to the right first. So, speaking of which, Nolan, are you looking forward to the Rings of Power TV series? Do you think it's going to be any good? Come on, guys. Stop it, will you? So, can we make use of that? Fireball. Equip. Okay, close. How do we make use of these? Oh, okay. Press B. But now I don't want to equip the fireball. So I'll equip the arrow instead. Maybe better than people think. Well, House of the Dragon, I kind of have no hope for, really. I don't think that much can redeem where they allowed Game of Thrones to end up. And obviously, I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any of it, but I know enough about what went wrong in those last few episodes. Yeah, the race stuff is a bit annoying. And the thing is, I'm not sure that just Tolkien specifically described the skin color of maybe he describes some of the from what they're called now, the tribes from the south and east of Mordor, perhaps. But even so, I mean, I'm quite happy having a black dwarf, quite happy having a black elf. There's no problem there. After all, there are black humans. Like, you know. In that sense, elf is a species, not an ethnic description. They didn't have women writers in Game of Thrones after season 2. Why not? That's stupid. Yay! There's one YouTuber who he's called The Drinker, and you may well have seen him recommended to you on YouTube. And he's basically made a reputation for himself for being very cynical about to Doctor Who. He couldn't stand the writing in Doctor Who, especially when she became a woman, or for example, when there are films like, so like that princess film that I was watching the other day, Cylon, which objectively isn't a great, isn't the greatest film in the world, but also isn't terrible. It's just a bit of silly fun. Well, he will pull that apart because, how is a girl meant to kick the arse of all these men, this kind of thing. And he's really got a following that's basically that sort of slightly paranoid men and boys who are scared that their place in the world is being superseded. Now, it doesn't help that an awful lot of this fiction ends up being quite bad. So, like, often there'll be rushes to make. So, Terminator Dark Fate, for example, wasn't great. And both Ruth and I went to see that in the cinema. We were really looking forward to it, really excited, and it let us down. But that's not. It's not because of agendas or issue, that kind of thing. It's just the agendas were being used to sort of sell it. I remember the director, is it Tim Miller, was saying that the female protagonist is going to scare the shit out of men as part of the marketing. That was unnecessary. That wasn't part of it. Doctor Who, and even having just didn't love it. Yeah. There were a couple of episodes that were good, and that was my problem. I really liked the first episode. I loved Jodie. They said Jodie Foster there, Jodie Whittaker, in the role. Especially in those first episodes. That look with her with the goggles on, and then her direction and her sort of characterization was excellent, but things like the Timeless Child and some other stuff that they did that really actually was, and I know I've said this before in streams, definitely, but it feels as though there are a whole load of people who have come into writing, especially in show running, in nerdy culture and geekdom, etc., who feel as though it's a bunch of basement dwellers who need to be told about progressive ideas and politics and women heroes and this kind of thing, and they seem to forget that actually it's the nerds who have been championing female warriors and this kind of thing for decades. Not all nerds, but a lot of them. And so it feels, even with the best will in the world, it can feel like you're being patronised. And if you're looking for it, if you are a cynical person who thinks that their manhood is being challenged, then it's going to just piss you off, Did the partitioning of India episode, because Shokara, we never learned about that in school. To be honest, we never learned about that in school. Actually, I never learned about that. I loved the Rosa Parks episode. I thought, again, it was a bit on the nose, but I thought it was good. I actually remember thinking it was much closer in many ways to what some of the original Doctor Who episodes were about. Visiting different portions of history and having it be somewhat educational in that sense. But then some of it, again, was just, unfortunately, written as though they were trying to annoy those angry men, and I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there to have all the bitterness. A little bit like with the discussions around the Rings of Power TV show, all of this sort of preemptive hate and looking to be angry and accusing showrunners of being woke and all that kind of thing. It is tedious and it's tiresome, and it makes watching these TV shows and then listening to reviews and trying to get involved in conversations really hard, Trump's spider episode was that was very on the nose, wasn't it? And again, maybe that's it. Maybe the problem is that the subtlety went out the window in many respects. And then Russell T Davies is coming in for the next series, making some interesting choices, but also choices that are definitely going to piss off some of those people as well. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I really hate the way that the word is being used by a certain section of society to describe anything that they don't like. It was SJWs not that long ago. It was snowflake, all that kind of thing. and it's just become. I really like these details that they put in. So they've got that foot there. You've got the hand and wrists of a statue, but sort of in the original, it was just like a series of blocks. It's really cool. I like it. Yeah, and it's just annoying. And when things like Snowflake and then Woke started making their way onto the front page of the Daily Mail, that's when you know it's been weaponized, you know. But being aware of, I'm not even going to say awake to, being aware of the stories and struggles of other people doesn't compromise you. It shouldn't compromise you. And yet it's talked about as though it's surrendering something, you know? Yesterday, on the Arco Soup TikTok, there was a hilarious comment. I was talking about a Daily Mail article along these lines, actually. And this guy commented, he said, no history should be superseded by new history. You know, no story should be overwritten by new histories. Not that anyone at the National Trust in this story is looking to supersede history. They're looking to augment it, to add to it, you know, to tell the story of other people, in addition to the folks who owned the Grand House, for example. And I said, yeah, absolutely, you're right, yeah. So that Third Reich stuff, we should never have forgotten what the Third Reich said about Aryans, should we? And Stonehenge should have remained a druidic monument. And you know, while we're at it, I mean, maybe it really we are better off. You know, with so many other idiotic things that we used to believe about stuff in the past. And he didn't respond. He just liked the comment. What was it? I can't remember. There was another one that was quite exactly. Dinosaurs should have stayed as dragons. Let me just quickly check it. It's just here. It'll just take me a sec. He new narratives should not be allowed to replace historical narratives. That's it, he said. Yeah. I said, Third Reich Aryan story, biblical creation. Yeah. Perhaps it's best when Stonehenge was thought to be a druidic monument and monopods occupied India, according to ancient Greek historians. There were people in India who had one giant foot, and one leg, therefore. And when the midday sun was high in the air, high above them in the sky, they would lie on their backs and use their giant foot, to shade themselves. That was written down by historians in ancient times. You know, so of course this idea that, oh no, you can't replace history. What the hell are you talking about? That's all we ever do is replace history. Like, but, yeah. But it's ultimately it's all a failure of education. I mean, I think part of the issue here, even in the UK, is an issue of, particularly when it comes to history, is actually how it's taught in the national curriculum. I remember history just being more or less a list of things, a list of kings and queens for the most part, you know, and stuff that was happening in around them. You know, the Tudors was mainly about Henry VIII, not about people and social stuff and the implications of the Reformation, that kind of thing. We must not learn anything ever, nothing new. Well, having one foot sounds unsanitary. Yeah. I think it probably would be. Interestingly, they do turn up the monopods in some of the Narnia writing. Is it the Voyage of the Dawn Treader? I think they turn up in that. So that they inspired C.S. Lewis. We had this conversation a while ago, Mr. Suit. Take control of the use of something that was empowering and use it for ridicule, and it loses its power. Yeah, it's a deliberate tactic in that sense, isn't it? There we go. they can be a little bit difficult to read as an adult, I think, if you hadn't read them as a kid. Magician's Nephew, I think, holds up. Definitely, but also as well, there's the classic old BBC 80s and 90s release of the stories on. I mean, you can get them on DVD now. Those were far better, I think, in terms of how the stories were told, than the films were, than the movies. Because the movies, being American productions, they also had this sort of put it this way, they were often being sold in Christian bookshops. So I think the makers of the films were cognizant of not making it too fantasy, and having a very clear sort of Aslan is Jesus. And the thing is, Aslan is Jesus. I mean, C.S. Lewis was a Christian. He was a very intelligent man. And he was writing these books as a way of almost like an alternate dimension version of the Christian story, which is fine. But the TV series, I remember having just that. I don't remember that being quite so on the nose. I remember it feeling much darker. Yeah, the Ice Queen was just fantastic in those shows. And can she heal me? Oh, okay. Maybe I don't need healing. Maybe because I've already got hearts. Down the well we go. Can't get through there. Catholicism in Lord of the Rings is another one. Well, perhaps. The thing is, though, I mean, Tolkien. I don't think when he was writing Lord of the Rings was particularly religious. I don't actually recall if he became all that religious. I know he and Lewis had lots of conversations about religion, and Tolkien was very skeptical, quite understandably. Especially with them having lived through two world wars. Because actually he went to great lengths to say, look, actually there's not much in the way of allegory here. People used to say in the 60s, for example, that the ring represented the creation of nuclear power. It was the atom bomb, and he who controls it, and the idea of it being an anti-nuclear war book, this kind of thing. I don't think Tolkien was a devout Catholic. I think he was interested. I think he might have been even agnostic. But I seem to recall he had conversations with Lewis about, but surely, in these ancient texts that we study, because the two of them would study, ancient literature, Anglo-Saxon, obviously in the case of, and Norse in the case of, and Iron Age sort of influence stuff. In the case of Tolkien, he would say, "Isn't there a grand sort of truth in the stories that we hear that are as old as or older than Christianity, even, especially in the Northern European context?" And so they'd have great conversations. And my understanding is that Lewis never converted him. But then again, Lewis's own story is fascinating. He describes himself as being the most reluctant convert to Christianity. The most reluctant religious convert in all of Christendom on the night that he decided to become a Christian, and that's interesting. That I actually have a lot of respect for that. Actually, he was a skeptic, but he also came to the conclusion that he wanted to be religious in that sense. So neither of them were fools, not remotely. And I think simple readings, I mean, Narnia more obviously is, as I say, influenced by the Christian tale, but also they also veer off towards the end. Like the Boy and His Horse is one of them, which I don't think has a direct or such an obvious analogy. The Hobbit is based directly on Beowulf. Interesting. I'm not sure I see all of the parallels there, but it's definitely influenced by it. I know that Elvish is influenced by the Welsh language, which can be a little bit off-putting actually at times. Some Elvish words are Welsh words, subtly used in different ways. So power in Elvish is gwaith, which in Welsh is the word for work. So I think there's a moment in the film, at least. She says something like, what was it? The power. Arwen, I think, says something like the power of my people, the magic of my people. No, the power of my people can help them. And she says something like Torgwaith, like that. And all of that apparently came out of coming across a Welsh to English dictionary in the college library, where he was a tutor, and going, "Oh my god, this is amazing!" He also did the Green Knight as well. His translation of the Green Knight is excellent. I think the elves did sound like they were from the valleys, or at the very least sounded, like someone does speaking Welsh. Yeah, I think in his head at least. But also as well, there was an analogy there. I mean, we're approaching midnight, so let's go to the lobby. There was an analogy there with the British Isles, in so much as I believe Tolkien described the loss of an Anglo-Saxon linguistic tradition. Oh, can you smash it? The barrel. Okay, hang on. Let's just go back. Let's take a look at the barrel. No, it's outside the building. Sorry. Unfortunately. The loss of an Anglo-Saxon linguistic tradition to an incoming, especially a Norman-influenced one, with things like King Arthur, etc., which the Welsh did adopt, was a great tragedy. And that's what. So in Lord of the Rings, he talks about. He's exploring. Sorry, things like, what if the Saxons had been able to win at the Battle of Hastings, not least by having their own cavalry. So out of that comes the Rohirrim, the Rohan. And also as well, you have in there words like Eomer and Eowyn. They're actually connected to the Saxon word for horse, which in itself is also connected to an old Celtic word for horse. So Eomer, Epona, all this kind of thing. So there's an analogy there with an incoming, with a sort of a native tradition that's moved in terms of the humans. You have the Gondorians, you have the Rohan, superseding these Welsh-speaking, as it were, elves. Who, that's what happened. People moved in and shoved, the Old North, the Hen Ogledd and other places were overwhelmed by incoming Saxons and others, and pushed into places like Wales, into southwest Scotland, into Northern Ireland, etc. So I think there's a direct there are analogies, but I don't think it is analogous in that sense. I think he was quite clear that he wasn't writing a comment on the real world when he wrote The Lord of the Rings, deliberately. Reading about Eomer last night to figure out who he married, and it was horse stuff, wasn't it? Exactly, it's all horse stuff with those guys. And it's beautiful. And again, also, something I love about Tolkien is his respect for language comes through his writing, and it's clearly not only influenced by a direct sort of Beowulf, and again, Beowulf analogy, but actually influenced by the form of the storytelling. And this is something that comes out when I do my readings of the Mabinogion, is that things like repetition, and moments for song, moments for hearing people's internal thoughts, all this kind of stuff. It's all a writing style that's old, but it's also because it's come from the spoken tradition. That's why it sounds almost like biblical stories at times. This idea of things coming in threes, and the audience gets that sense of satisfaction because they kind of know what's going to happen, And then the frog came across an alligator, and the alligator said, "What are you doing, frog?" And you know the rhythm of the conversation, and then we get to an ending which normally surprises you. And actually, children's books do it as well. There's something really basic and simple about some of these storytelling methods that I think Lord of the Rings really encapsulates. And some modern, certainly I have friends who love reading, and they'll come to Lord of the Rings and be like, "Oh God, I was reading Lord of the Rings. I got through so much of the Fellowship of the Ring, got to the songs that were being sung for Boromir upon his death, and I just couldn't read. I couldn't get through them. It's because it's a different change. It's almost like time in all of these sorts of forms of storytelling. Time can sort of slow down at the storyteller's whim to indulge in a moment, and then it can speed up again to get you through to the next story beats. There's something about this sort of squashing and the elasticity of the mode of storytelling, I think, which is really beautiful in these things. And again, like I said, so not this week, so I need to edit an interview about phalluses that I recorded on Thursday or Friday. But next week I'll be doing part 2 of Rhiannon's, maybe it is a rant, of Rhiannon's story. And I'm really looking forward to doing it. It's a real pleasure reading those sorts of things. Druids too, yeah, and Druidic knowledge, and also it's a very similar vein as well, because we lost so much. Actually, humanity lost so much on the cusp, on the edge of history. Where when Romans and later people started writing things down, just those people that they were meeting, we don't quite know what they really were like. And so it's fascinating. I was going to say the cant, but I checked with Google if that was the right. It turns out the cant for a rhyme. It's okay. It doesn't get a mention in the first results. I think that is a word. Yeah, that's one of the words that you can use. What's it? I think cant is the word. Yeah, canto. Just a second. So you have. Let's see. Cant. Oh, it's offering me rhymes for cant or can't. Anyway, tell you what, let's deal with that in the after streams section. Thank you guys for turning up. Thank you for watching me stream this slightly random collection of things. I didn't think that demo would end quite so fast this evening, but we've managed to get a couple of hours out of this. And if not the Quarry, I think next I'll stream something else on. I'll return to one of the previous games on stream. I'm actually interested in returning to Control, actually exploring a little bit and trying to learn a bit more about the lore, or any of the other games. I mean, actually, Cloudpunk. Is it Cloudpunk? I haven't played that in a while, have I? Part 4 would be good. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. I shall see you soon. I'm going to go and try and get some sleep, even though it is incredibly hot. It was a fun stream. Yeah, thank you. And also, thank you guys for getting me ranting about linguistics again. KCD Monastery Quest. I know. Borderlands. I know, Borderlands. Tell you what, shall we play some Borderlands not on necessarily stream immediately? Charminar? Shall we sort of team up and have a bit of fun? I'll get some stats going or whatever, get some decent equipment, and then we can do a joint stream. That could be fun. Also, sausages. Let me know which flavours you fancy. We had pork and leek this evening. Really good in the air fryer, by the way. But we can definitely drop off a couple of packets tomorrow for you. So let me know. Right. Okay, guys. Good night. Take care. You have a great day, Nolan, Meryl, Cylon, and sleep well, Charminar, and any others who may be watching. Cheers. Bye.